left-wing Kingz. Listen, think, act, repeat. Texas AG Ken Paxton was impeached by the Texas House of Representatives on charges of abuse of office and bribery. Now, the charges stem from allegations that your boy used his position as Attorney General to benefit himself and all of his little political friends. Now, the Texas Senate acquitted him of these charges. So he's good to go, clean and free, ready to go. Ace, what's going on with this shit, man?
16 articles of impeachment. They didn't get this man on one of them. We all know he did it. You know what I'm saying?
He did something. He did one.
You know, it's funny in the Trump era, like they got this situation where like somebody get impeached, and guess what? He was impeached by he was impeached by the Republicans. This is a supermajority in Texas. It means we're Republican. You know what I'm saying? The Democrats, if they wanted to impeach him, couldn't impeach him. You know, so the House Republicans impeached him. The House Senate let him go, but not only did they let him go, they didn't do anything, period, on him. You know what I'm saying? He get caught for nothing. So he already went on Tucker Carlson's show and said he's getting revenge. Oh. It's gonna be some payback. Mm-hmm. That's American politics now, man. I mean, it's just like, one, we're throwing impeachment around like it ain't nothing, but two, then they go back and say, oh, well, you know, it's gonna be payback for trying to impeach me. But end of the day, man, he did all of that stuff. I mean, he's not no angel. You know, this was no witch hunt, like they like to say. You know, he was using this power and abusing it. You know, he's got some sex scandals thrown in there with his wife standing right next to him. You know what I'm saying? And she's in the Senate, the Texas Senate, and can't vote.
What was her vote? Oh, she couldn't vote?
She couldn't vote. She couldn't vote.
I wish she could have, boy. I would have loved to see what she would have voted.
Hey, no, she voted. We just didn't see it. She got in that ass probably. Hey, he got off, but he didn't get off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he got off with somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, so just a whole big mess. But yeah, just the Republicans, you know, here in Texas, like I said, you know how messed up you got to be Republican, and for the Republicans to come after you in Texas, like, that's serious. Like, you had to do some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's nuts.
Well, 70% of them voted to impeach him in the House. And then you have on the side of when they voted on your convictions, it was always pretty much one Republican or two Republicans that voted with the Democrats, because you needed 21 votes in order to impeach. So every single article, and I'll go through a few, but most 90% of them, two of the Republicans voted against, and everybody else just got in line and acquitted him. So, like you said, disregard of official duty. He had a article on the fact that he hired his mistress. That was the whole sexual misconduct. So he hired his mistress. So that's misusing you're laughing. I'm serious. He misused his official power.
He had to get that booty close to the job.
That nigga hired his mistress.
Yeah, so lunch breaks was great.
Yeah.
You know how brave you got to be to hire your damn mistress and your wife work in the building?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that's one of the articles. He misused his official power. He was helping his friend. What was his name?
That nigga
Nate Paul.
Give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
It's bad. I mean, he violated the laws regarding how outside attorneys should be appointed, because basically he was helping his friend get as far as lawyers and stuff to help him. Lawyered him up. That was the guy, Nate Paul. Article 8, concealing his wrongful acts and connected with his whistleblower's complaints. That's the biggest one. So a whistleblower came, a couple of whistleblowers. And so basically you said, okay, you come for me, I'm going to come for you. Mm-hmm. So that's again, nuts. Concealing wrongful acts, engaged in bribery when Paul provided extensive renovations to Paxton's home. So he had the guy fix his home, and in exchange, he was like, well, I'll help you with your legal troubles. False statements and official recorts.
I didn't know that was illegal though. Man.
Yeah, well, that's Article 10. That's engaging in bribery.
That seems like regular business right there.
Yeah, that's bribery. Sorry, you can't bribe.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, I do this for a hamburger.
What? Well,
I mean, exchange
not when
services.
he's the Attorney General of Texas.
Yeah,
you can't do
I don't
that.
have my mistress though. You know what I'm saying?
No, not that.
And put in the building with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The Attorney General has to have some type of integrity. Come on, you can't.
you know
be
how nervous
accepting
he had to
bribes.
be going like to the coffee machine with his mistress in there, and his wife, like anybody at any time could walk up on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, no,
No, he has
Ken Paxton.
conspiracy of attempted conspiracy. I don't understand what that means.
Conspiracy for attempted
conspiracy.
We thought you was gonna conspire.
Yeah, so acting with others to conspire, of attempt to conspire to commit the crimes described in the other articles. That's Article 16. 17, misappropriation of public resources. Article 18, dereliction of duty. Article 19, unfitness for office. Article 20, abuse of public trust. So it just goes on and
Yeah,
on
they
and
didn't
on
like him.
and
Somebody
on.
just didn't like him at all.
Yeah.
They was just coming for him, man. You know, but he was doing some crazy stuff too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
He has a lot of articles.
like they said, conspiracy for attempted conspiracy.
Yes.
Like, we think you're gonna do a conspiracy. So,
We're going to...
like, I don't know.
You thought about it.
All I know, like I said once again, in the super majority, which is Texas Congress, they came after him, man. They, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like you really had to piss somebody off for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he got off on it. So, you know what I'm saying? Texas politics is about to be a big old mess.
Yeah. Well,
when it comes to
Paxton,
that.
you know, he only attended 2 of the trials. It was a 2-week trial, and he only attended 2 days. So he knew. He was like, "Oh, okay. So this is what we doing?
But he
All
knew the
right."
Senate was
He didn't
never
even
gonna do
go
that.
to witness his own exoneration. I mean, that's pretty
Cocky.
prideful. You know, very
Pretty
cocky.
cocky,
Like,
yeah.
what we doing here? He went to 2 days, didn't come after that, and he wasn't even there. His wife was in the courtroom, but
Hell
he
yeah,
wasn't
she
there
was
for his
there.
exoneration.
She was trying to see that mistress thing. He's gonna get off. That's the only one she was waiting on.
Probably to see
She
him.
wanted all the
Let me see
evidence
what
on
she
All
that
the other ones
shit.
was cool, but if he got hit on that one, having his mistress up in there, hey,
Yeah.
like I told you,
Shit. She
Hey,
wanted to hear all that testimony,
the
huh?
Texas Senate let him off, but he didn't get off though. Like he probably hitting it home right now.
So basically,
Out of all the shit you did, you gonna have your mistress up in this damn Senate with me? She's there.
yeah. So basically, he's lobbying senators. I mean, talking about lobbying is at its best. You're lobbying your senators. You are
Yeah.
paying or bribing them, whatever is happening there. So, you know, corruption's historic in Texas, and unfortunately, it just played itself out with the Ken Paxton trial.
Wow. Well, I mean, do you think that it's kind of like a quid pro quo type thing? Like what you just said made me think of, I don't know, like, I know you didn't read all 16 of the charges, but
So much.
yeah, it's a lot out there. But could it be that like some people are like, look, if he get caught, that might lead your ass to me?
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
Oh yeah, of course. That's all politics, man. They just, you know, that's part of what's happening in national politics. You know that they, you know, hey, you know, y'all impeaching me, so y'all need to impeach. You know what I'm saying? It's really just a tit for tat, and you know, we don't know those politics. It's just horrible to govern when you go with those tit for tat politics. Man, you don't get anything done.
Right. Well, looking at the stats here for conviction and acquittals, I will say this: Democrats break ranks. So on the one Article 8, it says concealing his wrongful acts and connected with the whistleblower complaints. Convicted 1 Republican, 7 Democrats, but then acquitted 17 Republicans and 5 Democrats. So I will say at least the Democrats were like, okay, on certain articles, nah, we're just trying to get them, you know.
Yeah.
But Republicans, they stayed steadfast the whole time. No, we're just going to acquit. And that leads you to believe there might be some type of, you know, bribery or something going on with lobbying the senators because they didn't break. Only 2 Republicans did. And I believe they're not running for office. So again, if you come back up, you know, they're scared.
You.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care if you come for me. I'm not going to run again anyway. So goodbye. But the rest of them, they steadfast on acquitting. So regardless of the charges.